How's it going, guys? It's Friday and we got a card reveal, which is really exciting, really hype, and I'm really happy to be able to reveal a card from my favorite card game, Shadowverse. So hope you guys are having a good day. Should be a good Friday. So we'll do a card reveal and then we'll do a bunch of Grand Prix runs. Okay, so let's speed run some runs. Play some Benden's Blood. I'll play Benden's Blood when the expansion comes out. Okay, Rune Dragon, Shadow Portal. Let's see what we get. Rune Dragon, Shadow Portal, right? Okay, so let's draft a nice Shadow deck.
Nine a winner. Pay the front line, take the don'ts. He's coming out again for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen.
So I'd say we ended up with a pretty okay deck. Like, we have Mordecai, Ektar, Colossal Lord Fafnir. I have like one of like the, you know, late game shadow cards basically. We got an Aina as well, which is great. And enough early game that I should be able to get by, right? So let's do this. Ben's got the best combos in rotation of damage plus damage, right? The reason I said turn 5 is because Bendis is more like to be on. See, like when I did the Hearts deck, I was like, yeah, turn 5 you're in Bendins, but now you give me Bendins turn 1, right? I think I'd rather not Osiris. Ortrus is pretty good though. Like Ortrus, this thing. Trade one of these chumps. Go face for 2. We have Ektar and a Mordecai on 8. Something like that. Playing against Constructed Dragon deck? Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, it could be okay. If you guys believe in the Mordecai, I believe in the Mordecai. We can hold the Ektar for something better. Let me just Soul Commercial one of these, Warden the other one. Even Mordecai on 8. And hopefully that's enough to win the game. Hopefully. Get rid of the Osiris, right? Like, what am I gonna do with Osiris? Osiris ain't doing nothing out there. Okay, Mordecai hard carry, I believe. Okay, we should be able to beat Star Phoenixes. Tell me he doesn't have a spell. Let this guy not have a spell. You know, Dragon could banish this, but like I'm not gonna play it, right? Yeah, Luisthep too good. Triple Mordecai with Crow. Yeah, I guess we could do that, right? Qualifier finals with double Ceres. Wait, why would he Seraphic the... Oh, to get the Phoenixes back. Wait, that's actually genius. That's genius, right? Okay, so how much damage do we have? Yo, we're gonna go for a turn 10 7, by the way. Actually, wait. Yeah, we'll go for a turn 10 7, right? Turn 10 7. Actually, could 7 give me lethal right now? If I get enough storm. We have 7 damage. I need 5 more. It's not happening, right? I guess we just Ektar, right? Ektar pushes damage. It's not that bad. Time to get Crow for Mordecai. I guess we could do that this turn. Get the Crow out there. Save Ektar if it's gonna be lethal or something, right? August with the follow. Thank you, that appreciate that, man. I do want to clear this, and I also want to push, you know, 5 phase damage. But yeah, like Benjans has enough cards that at this point, I don't know. I'm a little scared of what Benjans could do, you know? It's a little scary. Who knows what it's gonna do, right? I mean, he can't really clear Mordecai. Mordecai plus Ektar just kills him. You gonna run other Benjans activators? That's a good question, Hop. I don't know if it'll be worth doing so. My guess is no. That guy saved 2 heals for the next game. Benjans only does one thing. I mean, going face is a pretty powerful thing to do, you know? Osiris is good enough right now. Just getting card draw is decent, right? I don't need to reanimate. Like, what the hell am I gonna reanimate? A 1-1 anyway? That's kinda ass. Or I set my for Mordecai and stuff like that. You know, guarantee the card draw before it gets stolen. Art of Ninja, we're okay with this. What would be a good draw? This has enhanced silence, right? If I play this pass, pretty weak. Order's a better body, and although the Order still is pretty good, I suppose if I hold my shadows for Ektar, that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? Swark Cannon could be problematic to say the least. Playing this as a 6-drop seems okay. I might just evil the face. Really put the pressure on him at this point. Puts me down 2 evils, but I'm not beating the support cannon late game value, unless I have Mordecai, which I don't right now. Maybe being aggressive is not correct, but I don't hate it. Assassin is pretty good there, I suppose. He doesn't actually clear the full board. And then we can just play Ektar, continue to push face damage. So I'm actually quite okay with this, because Ektar gives me a great trade here, and good face damage. And then we have Aina on 8 with, you know, something else. We do Aina, Trots, Curse, and roll Poli, and then get an Orion back. That's poggers. Even only getting 1 zombie, I think the actor's still insane. But this is such a nice trade, and this is... Should I evo this? I'd put him at 4 life. We have 2 bursts pretty much guaranteed. It also gives me more stats on the follower. Let's just commit to it. I'm saying we're gonna win the game right here, right now. Oh, we're going in. We are going in, chat. Careful Octors when you summon Mordecai. At this point, it's just not gonna happen. Whoa, look at that. You got a Mr. T from your trove? That's pretty poggers. That's better than most things. Okay, so Octors doesn't clear. And then he's just super dead to the super dead to the voices. My game is lagging. I don't know why that is. Not dropping frames though. Let me restart the game just in case. My CPU picked? I don't know. Let me just restart the game to be safe.
Moments later.
I think I'm okay playing Mecha Win. Like, this is more likely to balance a 6-drop, right? See the face damage. Well, we don't know what Unity is gonna do, right? The players means most players that play it have an idea of the class. As soon as they get something good for it, Winners gonna stop like nothing. I mean, if the class is better, it gets better play rate, so it kind of goes hand in hand, you know? Like, a class's play rate is correctly, it's correlated to how good it is, right? Like, it's not coincidence that as soon as Rune became good, it's non-stop Rune, you know? Care for the RE0 leaders? I don't really care about them. But I think it's cool that Cygames does all these collabs. Like, they do One Punch and you're like, oh, they couldn't possibly top the One Punch collabs. And then they do other crazy shit, right? I think I'm okay playing these dudes for the stats. Potentially evil the face, really put the pressure. And I just play like an aggressive deck? I don't know. I don't hate it. Maybe it's unnecessary. Like, my board is significantly better than his right now. And playing 2 that seems okay to me. Okay, it's a pretty good Ortrus, and then we can also level up a Corpse. And at this point I'm committed to the evil the face strategy, so we shall do that. Rem? Who is Rem? Dude, I wasn't a big fan of RE0, but this might not be the place to discuss that. You know, this is fine because Crow gives me burst. The Crow spell is respectable burst. Like, they're so likely to have a dude left over next turn. It's so likely, right? So 7 play points, play Crow, get extra 4 damage, likely close of the game. Cassiopeia is doing damage, but we have so much ass on the board. Also, if she kills the corpse, I was gonna say then he couldn't evo it. Well, he's dead anyway. Okay, so it's actually exact lethal, which is poggers. My boy Cropper didn't work. He actually got a pretty good Cassiopeia RNG wise, because if his snipers couldn't clear. To the face. So we played very aggressively. None of my strengths are right. Time to bash shows other people like. Was that the quest? Oh, maybe that was the evil quest. Actually, no. We should have done the evil quest already. Okay, so now we just need Rune or Dragon, which I guess we can do in our next run. Dude, Ortrus is great here. And guess what? We're once again going to evil the face, chat. I mean, it's how we've gotten the majority of these wins, and I might as well continue to that strategy. I already have the Gillenese to hopefully close the game out. Once again, my board is too spicy. Okay, Lyshanna's annoying, because Lyshanna clears my Lyra, right? And it doesn't die to the... doesn't die to corpse or warden or anything like that. On one hand, like Vengeance. On the other, I'd be super solid to play against a full storm deck. Yo, we have 2 Gillinisses. If I play this, I have to discard one though. Should I kill this? How much damage do I have right now? It says 3, 4, 5. Wait, if there's no enemy follower, how does this work? Does it not proc? I'm assuming it doesn't proc. I guess we'll find out. Let us find out. For science, chat. For science. Well, if I play now, there's no board space. I don't know how it would work otherwise. Okay, so I still get 3 with a phase. We end with the most dudes on the board possible. And I have Gillis to close the game out. Still a lot of ass on the board, too. Science class cancelled? How does it work, chat? I know singing doesn't kill it. I want to play it for the stats is what I'm trying to say. I would be alright anyway. Okay, so my play was correct then, right? My play was the correct order. Alright, chat. If we have learned anything at all from the Grand Prix this format is ignore the late game, just draft good early game. Because it's Shadowverse. Games are over before turn, you know, 8 or 9, right? Okay, let's get that 5-0. Like, getting 5-0 here is cool because you get a lot of free good shit, right? Like shards and stuff. So, we have a choice to get either a good Osiris or a good Sevet. And if I trade here, I get 2 shadows. Osiris tags, then I get 4. And I would respawn the 3-drop and likely a 1-drop as well, right? I guess not a 1-drop, but I'd get a 1 camera back. Am I crazy? That's probably still better than... That's probably still better than playing Sevet, right? I feel like that's probably better than Sevet. Hopefully he didn't get Brambles. Because that would suck. Seriously, a nice draw though. Like, our hand is solid. Maybe instead of being aggressive, we can grind this game out because we have a good hand to do so. I guess we can play 7 on 7, if anything. Well, this is interesting. We're definitely going phase with these. And I think I still play Ceres. Really no reason not to. Like, he's just taking 7 damage to the phase. He's above a Sanctuary, sure, but what the hell is that really doing, you know? Yeah, when he kills the Osiris, we'd get more board. Remember, chat, play for the early game. Yeah, Temptress is crazy. Temptress is actually crazy. We got a nice 5-0. Take a screenshot for the Twitters. So, we only played Ektar once. The majority of the games we just won on the early game. Just go phase and win. Hey, we won phase very carefully. I knew when to go phase. Like, okay, I know you guys think I'm kidding, but in the early game, in the early games, a lot of times I evoed the phase prematurely, and a lot of people wouldn't do that, you know? But I knew it was the correct play. I knew it was how we were gonna get those W's. Alright, chat, we're back. Alright, let me bust out the site. So, inspired by our boy Justin Wong, because he had a nice serial tier list, and I figured it'd just be funny. Okay, so there's a different tier list, with different tiers, and then it's our job to put the serials where they belong, right? And we need to decide what the tiers are gonna be, right? Let's do tier 1, tier 2, and instead of C tier, we'll call this is Vengeance tier. Okay, so if a card is Vengeance tier, that's bad, that's booty, right? Now, keep in mind, chat, just my personal opinion, right? Okay, Applejacks, that's a solid tier 2. It's not bad, it's not great, tastes like cinnamon, it's not like apples, right? Booberry is booty, it's actually garbage, that's bad, super bad, they're terrible. The OG Captain Crunch is solid, just a classic, you cannot go wrong with Captain Crunch. Now, any other Captain Crunch variation, in my mind, garbage. Instead of adding to the cereal, they make it actively worse. Does it cut the roof of your mouth? Sacrifices must be made, dude. Sacrifices must be made. OG cereal Cheerios, also garbage. These are super plain, super whack. Like, why would you get regular Cheerios You can literally get anything else, right? Like literally anything else. Now, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is, people say this is like the best cereal, right? People say it's top tier. In my opinion, it's good. Put it tier 1. I don't think it's in the upper S tier. Cocoa Puffs is okay. Better than Benden's tier. Not as good as some of the other better cereals though. Cookie Crisp, garbage. Actually, just terrible. Cornflakes is solid. I'm a Cornflakes fan. Like way better than regular Cheerios. That's a solid tier 1. Pops, garbage. Now, as a kid, Count Chocula was godlike. Recently, I tried Count Chocula, and I was expecting that childhood, like, oh man, it's Halloween, get Count Chocula, it's gonna be lit. No, they were actually terrible. Frankie Berries are garbage though. No more space on Benden's, we can make room. There's a lot of garbage cereal out there. Fruit Loops is okay. That's it's a tier 2, it's solid. Now Frosted Flakes, now we're gonna have a fight here, chat. Because you guys either agree with me or you're wrong. And Frosted Flakes, my boy Tony the Tiger, that's an easy S tier. It's the cereal of our cereals, right? You really cannot go wrong. Like, there's a reason the best mascot goes on the best cereal, right? So Tony, S tier. Golden Crisp, now... Okay, look, so you don't say I have tiger bias. The Golden Crisp bear is a bear, so naturally you think I would love him, and I do. But his cereal is actually not great. So that's a tier 2 for the Golden Crisp. Honey Bunches vote is great. I'm a fan of Honey Bunches. That's an easy tier 1. Just good stuff, right? Honey Nut Cheerios are way better than regular Cheerios, but still pretty low tier. So we'll put them in tier 2. Honeycomb, also ass. I do like Crave. If you guys have not tried Crave, it's a new cereal. It is not that bad. Got some chocolate in there. That's a tier 1. So we'll put Lucky Charms in tier 2. It's not quite garbage, but definitely low tier. Oreos, garbage. I'm sorry, fam. Again, one of those things that, like, as a kid, you're like, oh, Oreo is cereal? Great. I actually am not a big fan of Oreo in general, and the Oreo cereals are not good, they're bad, so yeah. Now, Cocoa Pebbles, that's a cereal. Cocoa Pebbles is an easy tier S. Now, Fruity Pebbles are not nearly as good as Cocoa Pebbles, so that's an easy tier 2. Raisin Bran is an easy Benden's tier garbage cereal. Now, Reese's Puffs are also garbage, so that's an easy Benden's tier. There's a lot of garbage cereal out there, chat. Rice Krispies are pretty good though. I am a fan of the Rice Krispies. Rice Krispies are an easy tier 1. Solid, great cereal, cannot go wrong. Cocoa Krispies are also good, but not as good as Rice Krispies, and significantly worse than Cocoa Pebbles, so they go in tier 2. Explain to us how you eat cereal. Okay, you put the milk first, and then you put little cereal over time. That way it's always crunchy.
Why?
Look, milk first, and only little bits of cereal over time. That way cereal is always crunchy. There's a method to the madness.
There's a lot to see in this life. Not wasting it here.
I like the special Ks. The basic special Ks are pretty whatever. Like there's one with chocolate or strawberries, which is much better. I don't know if this is any different. Mini Wheats are garbage, actually garbage. Now Trix used to be a nice tier 1 cereal, but eventually they got nerfed. They took away the shapes. If you get Trix today, it's just the circles. And it definitely made them worse. So we'll put Trix in tier 2, but higher than Lucky Charms. So I guess that's it, chat. We have a nice cereal tier list. That's our list. Good solid content, right? Dude, Tony's just too good. He's the greatest of all time, right?